Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coach Report on GoHofstra.com, joined by the head coach of the Red Hot men's soccer team, Richard Nuttall. Coach, welcome.
Thank you, Lenny.
Coach, 2 wins in a row this past weekend, a 3-0 win over Drexel, and then yesterday a 2-1 win over NJIT. So congratulations on the successful start to CAA play with the win over Drexel. Just from your perspective, take us through those 2 matches.
Drexel game, they've a new head coach, and I was quite impressed with him, to be honest. He's got his team organised and they have a purpose in what they were doing. And they were difficult to break down and good on the ball. And you know, I think the first half we found it difficult to press them a lot of the time, and they got out a few times, caused us some problems. But I think we got the goal at the right time, and then definitely the goal at the right time just after half time. And a strong, well-coordinated, workmanlike performance in seeing the job out. Got one late and could have had a couple more. And I thought our cohesiveness and our defensive abilities really helped us against, as I say, a good team who moved the ball well. And from my point of view, it was nice to keep a clean sheet against them, because they caused us problems, and they're going to get better and better as a program with that new group in there. And they're going to be one to watch in the future. And then yesterday, wow, what can I say, against a very talented New Jersey Institute of Technology team. I think they won the conference last year and they went to the NCAAs, and there were a lot of talented players. And you know, we knew we were up against it. They can move the ball on their field. They've got a lovely stadium, lovely field, and they move the ball really well. And we had to be on top form. We defended resolutely without creating too much our way and without giving up too much. And our defensive unit, you know, was good to excellent. And second half, we got a nicely worked goal in terms of how we want to play and how what we're trying to achieve. A ball into Matt, a knock off, and young Jason, who we've been mentioning week before, came through and finished it beautifully. And then they've come back at us and scored a goal, which was a bit upsetting, because I think we let ourselves down with a little lapse in concentration. But again, we're playing against talented players. And then I think, 8, 9, 10, 7 minutes to go, we've scored the winner again. Jason Ramirez, what a spark plug off the bench. We've got to consider starting this young man. He's done a great job and got the squared the ball for Matt. Matt's got the winner, and then I thought we held them quite comfortably in the end with a really well organised, well marshalled unit. You know, I've got to give George O'Malley, the back four, and the keeper a lot of kudos, but also the rest of the team for working hard, including the subs who came on. They did a great job, Lenny. We played 2 good teams and got 2 victories. So without really playing well, I'm just so proud of the guys, because the work ethic's won them the games.
Right. You mentioned the defense and you mentioned the keeper, Wessel Spiel. Against NJIT, he posted a season high 6 saves.
Yeah.
How has his progression been from game 1 to game 5? And along with the defense, how have you seen their progression from game 1 to game 5?
Well, if you look at the back 5, in essence, it's 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and George, you know, because of the injuries we've had. Wessel's progression, I think it's mirrored the team. But with Wessel, it's a little bit more quirky, because he's come from Europe, and you know, it's a different style of soccer, a different type of soccer, I would say, not as frenzied and more ebbs and flows in games. But he's been outstanding. His attitude is excellent. And he wants to understand this type of soccer. He wants to do well, and he works hard, as do the other 2 keepers. But he's just getting better and better every game, and he's a talented man. And yeah, I mean, he helps. He's 6'6", especially on the crosses. He's solid. I mean, for a big man, he's agile too. But I don't want to take away from the rest of the squad. I think they've limited the shots from distance most of the time. But when he's been called on, he's done a great job. I think positionally he's very good. And he you know, it's a language barrier, but he's also learning our key words and what we've got to do to where we want him on the field, and what we've got to do when we want him out, when we want him to low block, all that stuff. So very pleased with him.
And how about the defensive progression? As you said, you know, a lot of young guys on the back line.
Yeah.
But as you said yesterday, played excellent and were resolute, and you know, really have helped. How have they helped Wessel? Maybe more specifically.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think George is the key, O'Malley the captain with his thing, and I think the work we do in training helps. And I just think the fact that we work well as a unit, so when they do get a chance to do it's hopefully more of a longer range or a shot from a more acute angle, which helps. But no, they've all been excellent, including the midfields. I mean, Steph Mason's had a couple of great games, and some of the other midfielders. And look at Matt Vowiger last two games, and look at Jason Ramirez. Everybody's contributing, and that's what I like. It definitely a workman-like situation, and we're progressing. We'd like to move the ball a bit quicker and a bit more efficiently, but overall, it's you know, as it's a work in progress. We're definitely moving forward.
All right. And speaking of moving forward, let's look ahead to this coming Sunday. Your first road DAA test at Northeastern, Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Always a challenging game against the Huskies. What are you looking for this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, in all my time in this conference and playing against Northeastern, I don't think there's ever been an easy game up there. And Coach Cabandi's got some talented players, and they've had a bit of a difficult start, but it's a CA game at home. It'll be a tough task. If we're not on point and firing on all cylinders, it'll be a very difficult game. I mean, if we do, we have a chance of, you know, coming out of there with a result, but it's not going to be easy. It's, you know, it's almost like a cup final, because if we win, it puts us half a foot in the door of the CA semis. If we lose, we're back in the pack with everybody else. And with Northeastern losing in, I think, overtime in their first game, it's going to put the pressure on them too. So it's going to be a difficult task. We've got to see how we're going to play the game and understand what we've got to do on the day to get something out of it.
All right, Coach, congratulations again on these two victories. Moved to 3-2 on the season. Looking for win number 4 on Sunday at Northeastern. That's 1 p.m. on Sunday. You can find the links for coverage on GoHofstra.com. Coach, thanks again for joining us.
Thanks, Lenny. Thank you.
You've been watching the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com.